Good evening, hockey fans. I'm Don Button, and my sidekick here, Ken Harris, and it's our privilege to bring to you this telecast of the high school hockey game between the Port Huron High School Big Reds and the Huskies of Port Huron Northern. This is being carried on PHS. It's now my pleasure to turn it over to Ken Harris and announce the starting lineup.
Starting lineup for Port Huron High School, who is the home team tonight. Number 30, Nate Johnson. At defense, number 3, Matt Fair. And at defense, number 14, Jim Spatafor. At forward tonight, number 7, Tony Rumbelski. And number 16, John Spatafor. And number 19, Roger Fox. For Port Huron Northern, the visiting team. In goal, number 30, Mike Lashbrook. At defense, number 4, Matt Zito. At defense, number 14, Brian Murphy. And at forward, number 7, Rod Fleet. At forward, number 15, Paul Crouch. And number 18, Bill Truscott.
Plays underway. Little scrum at center ice. Back to the right defense over to Zito, the left defense. Sharp pass intercepted at center ice by Rudolski, who shoots it deep into the Husky zone. Out with Zito, controlling the puck in the corner, reverses the flow the other way. Finally shows it out to center ice, and we have a whistle. Got a penalty coming here, do you think, Ken?
Yeah, we have a high stick, Don. Let's see who it's called on. I thought it was just a delayed offsides.
Big red penalty.
Big red penalty. Number 7, Tony Rumbelski, for high sticking.
High sticking goal on Rumbelski puts the Huskies on power play here at the 14:30 mark of the first period. Matt Zito slowly bringing the puck up, maintaining good puck control, breaks over the blue line, takes it deep into the big red corner. The big red missed the puck, and the Huskies fall back. That's Murphy trying to generate another attack. Now Van Hill tumbles it out in front, and the puck again is cleared by harm's way by the Big Reds. Brian Murphy again brings the puck up, looking for an opening at the center ice, and then the Reds come up with it and work the will. Now, into deep in the corner, we have the line change by the Huskies, and again, the Big Reds clear it out of the zone.
Nice back checking by the Big Reds, Don.
That's it, perimeter here. Now we have Kieser, dangerous Kieser with the shot from the blue line, and Lashbrook stops the hard one off the chest. Now the Huskies break down again with Mike Slide, the dangerous swinger. Good scoring opportunity by Truscott, didn't quite materialize. Slide again, face-off circle. Johnson save. Slide again, saves, 2 saves. And the almost scramble, Johnson loses the puck with 26 seconds. Left in the penalty, 12:59 in the first period.
Well, good chance for the Huskies in front of the net there. Nate made a couple of real nice saves and then frills the puck.
Truscott taking the draw in the offensive zone. Successful with the draw. Back to the point. Weak shot off the point. Had to go almost scrambled. Oh, a little fast whistle perhaps, but indeed we do have a whistle with 19 seconds left in the Husky power play.
Yes, Don, the puck was loose, but I guess that's better than having an injury.
Better to be safe than sorry in that direction. Big Reds win the draw. Do not clear. Slide from the left wing. The shot goes screaming wide of the net and down the ice. That would pretty much kill off the rest of the Husky power play. Truscott sending it over. Coming down the right wing slide. Back to Todd Murphy. Again, the Reds put it down the ice.
And
picks it up. Chooses to shoot it over the center ice. Truscott picks it up. He dumps it into the big red zone.
teams are back at full strength.
Right over. We'll see if the Reds can generate any kind of offense. Soft shot by Coach. Saved by Johnson. Again, they try to throw it deep into the big red zone. Goal! The referees in the big red section are screaming, but no penalty call. And Coach is stood up at the blue line nicely by Scheffler, causing an offside.
Well, Don, a few more hits than we've seen in the previous two games this year.
Well, that was the first evidence so far of any kind of physical beachhead being set up. I'm sure there'll be more as this period develops. The boys get rid of the jitters. Steve Hill, the crafty center, takes the draw. Over to Jay Holman, he dumps it deep into the big red zone. Ward on the right wing. Jerry Ward, a 4-year veteran. Murphy on the point, dumps it deep into the big red zone where the red field has it. Pinched off nicely by Bassett. Now pass cut off and over the blue line. And dumped right back in by the Huskies. The teams are trying to feel each other out, waiting for the other team to make a mistake, it looks like. Now Redfield dumps it deep in behind the net. Steve Hill after the top. Beaten to it by Truskowski. And the big Reds clear the zone. And now deep into the Husky zone where Flashfoot tips it behind the net. Redfield and McIntyre, the dangerous Travis McIntyre. Redfield comes up with the puck. Now we have a breakdown to the left wing by Todd Jett. Broken up by the big Reds and dumped by McIntyre deep into the zone. Facing Wayne's dog. It continues the Reds with line change. And quickly up the ice, intercepted again by the big Reds. Back to Murphy. And now the Huskies drive it deep into the big Red zone. And Matt Fair, the third of the Fair brothers, passes over and they clear the zone. They're playing pretty close hockey here, just from blue line to blue line, without many scoring opportunities. Now Morris Hall, the sniper is become right wing, lets a shot over about a foot wide on the far side. A good shot in it. The other one is broken up by the Husky defense.
Nice save by Lashbrook.
Morris Hall in that one, we'll see if he comes up the puck, he does. Throws it out in front, but intercepted by Sly. Down the ice, the Huskies come. Being checked closely. Sly still with the puck. Great puck control. Behind the net, he's still got the puck. And now he's got down. It's a nice body check. I think that was Eric Hughley that got him.
Yes, Don, it was. It was Eric Hughley with a nice check.
John Cuser with a high head and a nice block. Saves and covers.
Well, we're 5 minutes in the game now. The play's starting to open up a little bit. I think they felt each other out now. Goaltenders have been called upon to make a couple of real nice saves.
I've never played organized hockey myself, but I'm sure the goalies like to make those first few saves without any damage being done, so they can settle down into consistent performance.
Yeah, I really think it helps them to see the puck early and stuff. In these games where they lay back, it just hurts their momentum or timing.
We're again matched up with Hill. A little second game the Big Reds seem to be playing as they dump it deep into the zone. Matt Scheffler keeps some steady duty on defense. Puts it into the Husky zone behind the net. Steve Hill dumps it back into the center ice area. Roger Fox on the right wing, controlling the puck. Dumps it into the Husky zone. A little ping-pong game going here. Good puck control and out breaks Hill. He's got a lot of moves. There's Mike Slide, the rebound! And
call, Don. It was a nice play. They took the puck in. The guy made a real nice play. And the guy from Northern was just there waiting at the doorstep. All he had to do was slide in the net.
Couldn't really fault Nate Johnson on that. He did what he had to do, but one too many shots from the East Ready. At center ice, the Big Reds win the draw and flip it into the Husky bench. Big 32 remaining in the first period. Here from McMorran Arena. I believe this is the third meeting between these schools, and there'll probably be one more before the ice goes out in the arenas. Murphy, that's Ryan Murphy, throws it deep into the Big Red zone. Behind the net, on the front and well covered. Deep into the Big Red zone it goes again. The defense for the Huskies seem to be content to throw it into the zone, hoping the Big Reds will make a mistake. It stays deep into the Big Red zone. They're playing tough right now. Whistle blows, frozen puck in the corner. 8:03 left in the first period. Pretty decent crowd for Thursday night. I imagine a few more of them in there. We don't want to interrupt the golden tones of George Udell, the long-time public address speaker here. Getting ready for face-off. We have Kevin Hinton, Keith Hinton, making the draw, won by the Big Reds, and down the wing comes the Swift Morris Hall. Dumps it in, picks it up himself, shovels out in front, and it's had a deep goal here. And out come the Huskies, quickly, Sly, carrying over the left wing, reaches down, takes a shot, oh, great glove save by Nate Johnson.
Two great efforts, Don. Two great efforts. One by Mr. Sly and the other one by Nate Johnson.
He went for the far side of the net. Johnson gave a little bit of it, but snagged it. A nice style. A big save for Johnson. The Reds can't afford to go down 2-0 at this point of the game. Hill again taking the draw. Wins it as he usually does. And the Huskies maintain control in the corner. Back to the point. Hard shot, 2 feet wide, and goes all the way down, careening into the Husky zone where Jay Nolan picks it up. Todd Murphy has it, shows it out to and back in the goal again where Todd picks it up behind the net. Now Keyser, the dangerous John Keyser in the corner being fought. Wilson in front of the net. We have a loose puck, but the Huskies are going to come up with it as they break on the 2-man rush. Jeff Bundy taking a turn out there and making a nice play, maintaining control deep into the Big Red zone. Trying to shake Aaron Goldfarb loose, and the puck's frozen. 6:52 remaining in the first period. Get ready for another faceoff.
Yeah, before we have a line change, Don, it's nice to note that Northern has come out with their reserve utility forwards. Very important move to get the fourth line out there, get them into the game, and give the other lines a little rest that they'll need certainly later on in the game. Cole Crouch awaiting the face-off with Spatafor. John Spatafor wins the draw. Fox dumps it deep into the Husky zone, which seems to be the mode for both teams. Boom! There's the Huskies. There's D. Smith getting the puck up nicely. Now Ramelski fails to clear the zone. The shot is blocked from the blue line, and here we got a 2-on-1. Coming down the left wing, a hard shot. He scores! Yes, Don. Yes, Don, that was a real nice play. Took advantage of just a little soft pass, intercepted it, walked in there and let go with a good one.
Very big goal for the Big Reds. They can't afford to fall 2 or 3 nothing behind early in the game. It'd be awful hard to catch up with it. Extra goaltender like last year, attempt to beat. Huskies now gets the puck. Sean Orr moves it into neutral ice again. And into the bench area it goes again, and we'll have another face-off. Long-time hockey fan Jim Bennett here to witness yet another high school hockey game. Always good to see Jim here. That'll get on the face-off, and the boys are getting a little frisky. On the near side here, Morris Hall, Todd Jacks fighting for position, and we're going to do it all over again.
Yeah, no, neither party wants to give an inch, Don.
Big Reds win the draw, and it's dumped into the Huskies home. Murphy there. In the corner, skips over the Hall stick, and back into the far corner again. John Peace with the puck that's crunched by Ryan Murphy. He comes out with the puck, and here comes Steve Hill. Too far with the pass, the puck goes deep into the zone where Jacks gets hit in the corner, and they clear the zone. Huskies will fall back to try to mount another rush with Ryan Murphy. And here they come. Steve Hill with their soft hands, dumps it definitely as the Huskies make a line change. The Big Reds try to bring it out quick before the Huskies can get set. They don't do it. Here's a dangerous play. Hinton with a good chance. Couldn't quite get the handle on the puck. Behind the net is still Hinton. He gets knocked off the puck. Nicely by Matt Fair. Frozen and will have the face-off deep into the zone. Did you get that correction in the goal?
Yeah. I didn't get down because, but it was Truskowski.
Yeah. Belsky on the assist. Hinton on the face-off with big Spatafor. Spatafor wins the face-off back in the corner. Chips the puck out, cut off by Zito. He comes into the top of the circle with a dangerous shot. Deflected just wide by Doug Peterson. Right in front again. And now, down the wing, here comes Big Roger Fox. Inside the face-off circle, high Hardman goes over the glove and over the crossbar. Keeping the Huskies on the puck again. Roger Fox goes to Punchboom. We got a whistle. Not sure of the call here. Delayed offside.
I think it's a delayed offside, Don.
We have a Carter South parking lot reported to be individual single with headlights on. License plate number is 992 CY992
Tonight's official is George Moss, and I believe that's Tim Webb handling the game. Both these boys got 8 or 9 years of officiating experience under their belt. They're really capable of working this game. Travis McIntyre taking the draw in. The Huskies jump offside and the draw. It's not called. McIntyre trying to get a shot out goal. Jerry Ward working his one out. Now the puck comes back to Ward. McIntyre was a dangerous game in game time. His shot hooked out. That last look, the rebound for Dennis. That's was right there for the rebound, but he didn't get a crack at it. Deep into the corner, Jay Holman. Now we bring it out. Redfield on a 3-on-2. Redfield is way offside on the right wing. Smartly brings it back, regroups, maintains puck possession, and makes another break. Gets the 1-2, but he's still fighting in the corner for the puck. He will come over. Jeff standpoint, but he can bury it. He's still got the puck. Comes into the slot area. Good shot! Oh! Great save! Not moving wide. It may not have been wide. Last shot plugged it beautifully. And we all know Huber can really hit that far corner. It's a pretty good shot. Ashbrook equal to the pass. Both teams seem to be changing lines quickly here. Using at least 3 lines. And you can do that, you can make short shifts and keep the boys fresh, not very long in the third period. Paul Crouch, John Kieser lined up for face-off. Huskies come up with this. They'll be neutral right area with red big red. Shoot it back into the Husky zone. 3:02 left in the first period. Now Kieser. Check the post play. Morris all doesn't come up with it. And now we have Bill Truscott shooting in the big red zone. Mike Bassett comes up with it and throws it back into the neutral zone area. Jamie Webb. Truscott, a soft shot covered safely by Johnson. A little bit of a hit after the whistle, but Bills will be Bills.
Yes, Don, it was a nice hard hit, but it was a nice hit. That's the way Port Huron is going to keep the game going in their favor, is to keep the guys away from the front of the net.
Just a little message that both teams will send in a situation like that. If the guy's going to camp out in front of the net, he's going to have to pay the price.
Yes.
Before or after the whistle.
Yes, and I think that's Northern's game tonight, is to put that man in the crease and just keep throwing the puck into there.
Bassett is rewarded for that effort with a 2-minute minor for roughing. Referees seeming intent on keeping the tight reins on the situation here. Huskies maintain puck possession. Truscott spun around. Back to the point. Where it's Todd Murphy. Shot gets tipped wide. Slide. Close to the net. Brings it on front. And the Reds break it out on a 2-on-2. John Kieser dumps it and retreats. One man in already. Huskies break out again. Chris Kelsky shoots it deep into the Huskies zone. 2:02 left in the first period. A minute 22 left in the big red penalty. Left side, the dangerous one coming down the left wing. Taking over the play nicely. Oh, and then catches the puck. There's the big red. Shoot it deep into the Husky zone.
Yeah, tremendous effort by Hill and Kieser for killing the penalty. You wouldn't know Port Huron High School is a man short right now.
That's right. 56 seconds remaining on the penalty to Bassett. Down comes Redfield. Pulling in behind the net, pulls up. Nobody open. Todd Jets back behind the net, and it shakes loose, and Koskowski battles for it. Jets out in front, hits the post flush. Bingo, he hit the post. And now the guys with Hughley, this shot blocked nicely by Zito. Zito has the puck behind the net, 30 seconds left on the big red penalty. Dumps it into the neutral zone where the Reds pick it up. And turn it up back. Got completely into the by Travis McIntyre. First period. That's so well described by George Udell. And out comes Brian Murphy. Murphy breaks clear. And a wide angle shovels it out in front. The puck spinning goes behind the net. Now Crouch at the high slot. His shot stuttered. The Big Reds shoot it. Behind the bench, another play with 39 seconds left in the first period.
Well, no lack for excitement out there tonight. Both teams have had real good chances. The goaltending has been superb. The penalty killing for Port Huron High lacks nothing.
Nate Johnson's definitely come up big, and that's what he has to do for the Reds to have a chance to win this game. So far, he's proven he can do the job. Seems to be a little bit of maneuvering going on here again.
Yeah, I think no matter what they said in the paper about how unimportant this game is, this game has to be really important because the lineups, the matching of the lineups has just been really close here this whole first period.
Big Reds win the draw with 34 seconds remaining in the first period. Down comes Higley, sends it over to Pisa. Inside with Morris Hall, his shot. It's hit up in the over wide, tipped over the glass by goalie Mike Rashbrook. And on the play with 26 seconds remaining in the first period.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Hughley over to Morris Hall. Hughley was tied up pretty good, and he still got the pass over there, and Morris got a nice shot on goal.
And used a little time in so doing. Now Hughley getting ready to face off with Steve Hill. They now have even strength. Whoa. Taken down soundly. A few of the Husky spectators seem to think maybe a penalty might have been in order, but it wasn't called. And now with 9 seconds left, it is Morris Hall, 1-1. Here's a straight hit. Murphy, fine defenseman that he is, comes up with the puck, and the first period is over. Huskies won the Big Reds won.
I'll confirm those shots on goal for the Huskies, 9, Big Reds 8 in the first period.